How to create a content page with multiple uploads. In this video, we will go over how to allow your new hire the ability to upload multiple requirements to one content page versus having several content page tasks, each with its own upload section. This will make the process for the new hire streamlined and more efficient. In this video, you will learn how to create a content page for informational purposes, how to add upload pages to your content page, and how to add multiple file categories to one upload content page. If you look at my screen here, I am in the administration section of onboarding under documents. First thing we're going to do is we're going to create our text-based document. This will hold our instructions for the new hire on providing the required upload information. I'm going to give it a code and a name. Save that. Once I get into the properties of the content page, I'm going to create a new paragraph. Again, give that a code and a name. And then I am going to create my instructional verbiage. I'm going to add an image. This is an image that I have already uploaded. Again, remember you can upload any image that you desire, and then the system will provide you with the associated URL. You would then use that URL to add the image into your content item. And then I'm going to provide my new hire instructions on what to do. So I'm going to include their name to make it more personalized. So I'm going to pull in that token. Please view the instructions below on completing your upload. Once reviewed, you can use the space below to provide. And then I'm going to give them a bulleted list of what we're asking them to provide, just in case they need some time to gather that information. So I'm going to say copy of photo ID, copy of transcript, and copy of voided check for direct deposit. Then once I have provided the instructions, I'm going to use my token, my content page token, so that I can provide the document that I referenced earlier. So this document can be any document. It can be a document where you're going to give them some additional information. It can be a document that gives them samples of what you're wanting them to provide so they have more clarity on what it is you're asking for. You don't have to provide any document at all. You can just have the instructions with the multiple uploads. So it's really up to you how you want to present this to your new hire. You can have a general document, which is what we're going to use for the sample today, or you can have a personalized document that when they open that document, the tokenized PDF will display with the information that has been tokenized would be pre-filled on that PDF. Once you have your instructions the way you want them, you can then save this content page. Then we're going to activate. We're going to go back to our properties page for our text, and we're going to activate it as well so that we can make sure this information will be available when we're ready to create our content page. The next thing we're going to do is look at our file categories. So under content pages, I'm going to select file categories. These are the categories so that the system knows how to label each upload that the new hire provides. So you can see here, I've already created my file categories. I have my photo ID, my transcript, and my voided check. If I wanted to create a new one, I would just hit create, give it a code, and then put in the name that I want to display for that particular upload. Okay. So once you have all of your file categories documented, then you go back to administration, and we're now ready to create our content page. So I'm going to select create here for my content page. I'm going to give it a code. Save that and a name. Then I'm going to go locate my text document that I just created, that is the document and verbiage that I created that has information on what we want this individual to do, as well as my token or my document that they're going to use as a reference. Here is, because I used the general document token, I'm going to load my document here under general document. So I'm just going to put any document here just for sake of this demo. Anything that you want to add here, you want to make sure that it has been uploaded under documents on the onboarding admin. That's where the system will pull these documents from. Then I'm going to add in my file category. So these are the categories for the upload. So remember, the categories that we set up was photo ID, direct deposit, and transcript. So I'm going to select add. It's going to show me all of my categories, and I'm just going to select those 3. I can do 3, I can do 4, I can do 10. It's just up to the goal for this particular upload page. Once I have my categories added, I'm then going to go back and tell the system that I want to show the upload section on this content page. So it might seem a little counterintuitive, but the system will not let you set up the upload section until you've associated file categories to the content page. So associating the file categories to a content page is mandatory. So I'm going to edit my properties. I'm going to check the box that says Show File Upload Section below the content page and select Save. So since I have already added file categories, the system lets me do that. If I did not have any file categories here, then the system would give me an error message saying that I must have at least one file category before I can add the upload section to this content page. Now, for our file categories, you have an option to make them required or optional. You can see here that right now, none of our categories are required. But for sake of this exercise, it is mandatory that our new hire provide all of these items before they're able to move forward in the process. So I'm going to edit the file categories area, and I'm just going to check the box here to make these all mandatory. So what this will do is when this content page is presented to our new hire will not be able to mark complete on that task until they've provided information or an upload for each of these file categories. Okay. Once I have my file category set up, I've denoted whether they're mandatory or not. I've added my document if applicable. Remember, adding a document as a reference is not a requirement for an upload content page. Once I'm satisfied with this, I can then activate my content page. It can now be made available as a task and then add it to my process accordingly. Thank you.